Hello everyone, this is your Sahu sir, and today I am been in front of you with a new topic, that is the measures to control high birth rate. Right. If you remember in my previous video, I have given what are the causes of high birth rate. Once you check out that video, and it is the extension to that video, and in this video we are discussing about how to control the high birth rate and what are the measures has to be taken out to control this birth rate, right? If you remember in the previous, I have told you about population explosion, population explosion, which has been given out by who is that? In the previous videos you can check out that. Okay na? Thomas Robert Malthus. He is the person who has given the population explosion related concept under the theory of, it is called it as Malthusian theory. Remember, it is called it as Malthusian theory of population. Malthusian theory of population. This is what he has been explained about it. In the previous, he has written a book in the year 1798. In the book, that is an essay on the principles of population. In this book, he has been mentioned about the Malthusian theory of population, right? What he explained in the Malthusian theory of population, he has given and he has shown the relationship between growth rate of population and food supply, right? Are you able to recall in my previous video? Right. So here population is increasing more than the food supply. Means population is increasing but the food supply is decreasing, and this imbalance is called as the population explosion. This imbalance is nothing but called it as a population explosion, right? Actually, in our country, the population explosion is seen in the demographic theory of transition. Remember that video is also there. Once you check out that in the second stage between the year 1950 and 1991, the second stage is called as the population explosion. We used to call it population explosion. Why? Because birth rate is more and the death rate is less. Birth rate is more, death rate is less. So due to that, we used to see the second stage is the population explosion. Kindly refer my previous theory of demographic transition topic also. Okay, now we will discuss the topic, that is measures. Okay, now the measures to control the birth rate. So here I am writing the heading, measures to control birth rate. Let us describe this topic. Again, it has been divided into three types. Okay, number one, it is called as economic measures. It is called as economic measures. Number two, social measures. And number three, that is called as institutional and institutional and family planning programs. Family planning programs, right? So these are the three measures which we are going to discuss one by one. So under that, let us take number one, that is called as economic measures. We will take it. So what is this economic measures and what are the points come over here? Let us see here. Right, these economic measures are completely related to our old topic of causes. That is, number one, expansion of industrial sector. Expansion of industrial sector. Remember, in the causes we have discussed about urbanization. Why the urbanization is not happening? Because due to the lack of industries. So that extension is nothing but the measures here, right? So here, if the industrial sectors are more, due to that urban areas will also increase. Mostly in our country, approximately 65% we have the rural areas, and only 35% we used to have the urban areas, right? So what is the benefit of urban areas? As I have discussed earlier, that is, urban areas needs to increase the literacy rates. Literacy rate will be increased, education will be increased, and employment will be increased, income levels will be increased, and due to that, the persons who are living in the urban areas, most of we are living in the urban areas now, what we used to have the ambition, because we used to prefer for a small size of a family. We used to prefer for small size of a family. Yes, it is absolutely, this is the primary intention, small size of family. They used to prefer it, either one child or either two child. That's it, right? So this can be happen when they used to have the good educational levels, right? In the same way, the another most important thing is here, due to the urbanization, living standards also increase. Living standards are also increase. Okay now, right? Did you understand here? Next point we will discuss. Number two, let us discuss. Number two is telling about, that is, creation of employment. Creation of employment, right? So most probably in the causes we have discussed about poverty. Remember why the poverty exists? Poverty exists because of unemployment and due to the less income levels, right? If the employment opportunities are more, as well as income levels are more, then the people, they used to tend to have the less childrens. They used to tend to have the less child. Okay now, less childrens they used to prefer it, because right, in the poverty what we have discussed, whoever the people is living in a poor conditions, he used to prefer for more child, because more child is bringing more income to the family. But if the family is already having the employment, already is getting the good income levels, then definitely his thinking level will be reduced and he will thought of to have the less child, right? Employment is very very important. Next, number 3 we will discuss, that is equitable distribution of income and removal of poverty. This is the next point which we are going to discuss. Okay, if you see equal distribution of income and wealth under the social justice, right, under the social justice, this is the major important thing is equal, it is nothing but equality in the income as well as the wealth. So here they should not have any sort of discrimination. Mostly in the developing countries they used to have a lot of discriminations. Income discriminations as well as the wealth discriminations, which we used to see it, caste discrimination, gender discrimination. Okay, na? So these are all which we used to see it most probably. Right, so this is another major problem, that unequal in income as well as the wealth leads to have the more increase in the population. In the same way, removal of poverty, how it happens? Okay, see here, economic benefits which is being provided by the government, that economic benefits should be reached to the poor. How? You know the ration shops. Okay, what the ration shops are doing? The ration shops are providing some basic necessities they were providing, na? Basic necessities are been providing, and if these basic necessities are reaching to poor, here the population will also decrease, because he used to have the less children. Right? Because basic amenities, whatever the economic benefits and basic amenities, it should be reached to the poor. If it has been reaching to the poor, automatically he will get up the intention to have the less children. Right? If the basic amenities are not reached to the poor, then definitely he will tend to have the more children. Okay, so this is related to the economic measures. So now we will discuss the social measures. Okay, now number 2 we will discuss about the social measures. Right, in the previous also I have told you social measures is completely related to the society. Social is describing about the society. What is it? Number one, that is education. It is one of the primary, very, very important. In the previous we have discussed, okay, na, male education is 82%, whereas female education is 65.5% according to the 2011 census. In the previous topic I have already discussed. What is the major problem here? Female education rates are very, very less. Female education is not preferred in the developing countries. Right? If the female is educated, then the whole generation is educated. You know ना, अगर एक लड़की पढ़ा लिखा हुआ है तो उसका पूरा generation ही okay na, well developed, right? Because most of the family is being managed by the female, and if the female is good literate, then definitely she used to have the small size of family, and children's related decisions, okay na, can be made by the female. Okay, children, how many children's related decision can be made by the female, as well as here fertility rate will be will be less. Fertility rate will be less. This is the benefit of education of a female, right? And next, number two. Number two is here status of women. So you know, in the developing country, there is lot of discrimination. There is lot of discrimination to the female, and approximately there is no equality. There is no equality between the male as well as the female. Yes or no? This is one of the major problem in our developing countries. Okay, so here, due to this education, it also brings the equality. It also helps to bring out the equality, right? So here, equality in all, equality in education, equality in the jobs also, right? Nowadays in the urban areas, okay, education or educated girl or women are both are working. In the cities and towns, females are also working, because nowadays in the urban areas, if both persons are work, then only we used to run our livelihood. Yes or no? Single person earning is not enough, because day to day the cost of living is also increasing now. Right? So here education is also very, very important for the female, which leads to take out this equality. And due to this education, the next thing is family planning. Family planning related knowledge is also can be gained. How to control the birth? This kind of knowledge, family planning related knowledge, is also very, very developed. And the next thing is, okay, we used to have some sort of superstitions. Superstition. Do you remember what is this superstitions? Right? Preferring for male child. Preferring for male child. This will be completely reduced. Nowadays, male or female, all are equal. Male is also working, female is also nowadays working. But this kind of concept should be developed when there is a proper educated family. Otherwise, can it be developed? Never. Right? So, this is how the status of women, how it should be. It should be have the equality. Right? There is no discrimination between male as well as the female, and they must have the equality between the male as well as the female. Right? Almost the government also given some sort of reservations to the female, approximately 35% reservations is also been given out. Why the government has taken this decision? Because to provide the equality. Right? Next, number 3 here, age of marriage. Age of marriage. So this is very, very important. In the previous, remember we have discussed about the child marriages. Actually, the olden days, they used to go through with the child marriages, and due to the child marriages, fertility rates are very, very more. Right? And according to the child marriage, okay, restraint. Okay, now child marriage restraint. Okay, Amendment Act, right? 1978. Our Indian government has decided that, okay, now for female, the age of marriage is 18 years and above, and male, okay, 21 years and above. According to the Child Marriage Restraint Amendment Act 1978, female age of marriage is 18 years and above, and male child is 21 years and above. which has been described by the government. If they used to go through the marriage below this level, then it will be treated as child marriage, and it is a legal consequences are very high, and it is a non-bailable most probably, and definitely, okay, it is a punishable offense. Okay, if they used to do the child marriages, then bride father and mother as well as the groom father and mother, again the police will do the Shashtipurti, what we call it as again they used to do the marriage for them if they used to do this kind of child marriages, right? Okay, now, so this is relating towards the social measures. So let us discuss the next measure, that is called it as, okay, number 3, that is institutional and family planning program. So let us see this information now. Under this institution means here everything should be done by the people only, na? Yes, some work has to be done by the government also. So here the government is doing and maintaining some sort of policies as well as the plans to control birth rate. So under that the major important thing is the family planning program. So under that, number 1 we will see it, public information system, right? What is this public information system? Here the government is providing the information as well as the government is providing the awareness to the people or general public. Okay, basically the people don't have the knowledge of relating to the contraceptives, how to control the birth rate, related to that they don't have the information. So here the government is providing the awareness to the general public how to utilize those kind of contraceptives related informations through the media, right? Most probably newspapers, radios, okay, as well as televisions, right? So there is a Ministry of Health in our country, and all this kind of responsibility is been taken over by the Ministry of Health. Okay, na? Ministry of Health is taking this responsibility to provide this information or awareness to the general public relating to the contraceptives as well as how to control the birth rate. Next one is number 2 we will discuss. Okay, na? Number 2 we will discuss here. Okay, that is incentives and disincentives. Incentives and disincentives. What is this incentives and disincentives? Incentives, let us see. Incentives is nothing but it is called it as rewards. Rewards to whom? Those who have 1 or 2 child. Those who have 1 or 2 child, whatever the government benefits are there, those benefits are being provided. Those benefits will be provided to this small size of family persons, right? As well as sterilization. Okay, na? What is this sterilization? Okay, the operations which is been conducted to the male as well as the female, as well as this has been done by the government, and whoever has been undergone through these operations, the government is providing some sort of cash rewards. cash rewards, 5,000, 6,000, 8,000. Likewise, some sort of northern states, they used to provide this kind of cash rewards if they used to undergo through with the surgery or operations to control the birth rate. Okay, right? So it can be done by the both male as well as the female. As well as the government is also providing the awareness relating to the sterilization also, right? And the next thing is disincentives. Disincentives means, okay na, whatever the economic benefits, whatever the economic benefits are there, these economic benefits is not given to the large size, okay na, large size of a family, right? Larger size of families, most probably, right? Larger size of families, right? Here the government is giving some sort of restrictions. The government is giving some sort of restrictions. Okay na? All economic benefits will be cancelled. All economic benefits will be completely cancelled. And in some states they have acquired that, okay, whoever the politician are there, if he used to have only 2 child, then only he can contest in the elections. Some reforms has been brought out by the government. So this is some of the incentives as well as the disincentives we have been discussed. Okay, so next we will discuss number 3. Okay, number 3, that is family. Okay na, family planning centers. So the government is establishing, okay, the government is establishing PHC, that is primary health care centers. Primary health care centers in both rural areas as well as urban areas. Rural areas as well as the urban areas. And here most probably whatever the contraceptives are there, these contraceptives are made available freely by the government. Yes or no? And here they used to give the suggestions as well as the advice to control the birth rate. How to control the birth rate, how to control the births, this kind of advice, knowledge is being given out by the primary healthcare centers, as well as they used to distribute the contraceptives to control the birth in the rural areas as well as the urban areas, right? And next number 4 is nothing but research, right? So research is being done by the government. Means here they used to take some sort of innovations. They used to take out some sort of innovations and new methods to reduce birth rates. Relating to that, they used to do some sort of research and development by the government. The government is doing some sort of research and doing some sort of innovations, as well as they were bringing out some sort of new methods to control the birth rate. So here they were doing in the field, okay na, demography as well as reproductive biology as well as fertility control. They were doing some sort of research and innovations in this kind of field: demography, reproductive biology as well as the fertility control. They were doing some sort of research by the government, and the government has to bring out new innovations, definitely, right? Because as the generation is been changing, new methods also should be bring out, which should be convenient to the people, easy to use, so they can adapt to those new innovations very easily, right? And for that, the government is doing some sort of research as well as the development in the field of demography, reproductive biology, as well as the fertility control. Okay, na? Right? So this is some of the measures which we are going to be discuss here. Okay, na? And if you have any sort of doubts or anything, please refer and give in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, na? If you have any sort of doubts, definitely give me in the comment section. Okay, na, everybody? Right? Thank you for watching. Bye.